Well, good morning, YouTube. Whoop, hang on a minute here. Can't have this thing zooming like that. Can't see my smiling pretty face if it's all zoomed in like that. Good morning, YouTube, and it's time for lunch. And I say good morning, it is still just barely 11:30 in the morning. But, as they say, Tempest Fugent. Time flies. And I have to get my lunch started at 11:30 to have a sufficiency of time to get it prepped and eat it before I have to be on the road again. Well, we all know what we're having today, because I showed it to you yesterday. Butter, wieners, yogurt. And today's lunch, red beans and rice. Yep. And I'm looking forward to this one. Because as I say, I like red beans and rice. I've had it before in other formats. I just hope this is at least as good. Spoon. Sharp knife. Yeah, I know. I can cut them wieners with a butter knife, but I like mine a little more neatly cut than that. Well, I will come back to you directly when we're a little further along in the process. Hang with me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Easy jambalaya recipe on the back of the package. 4 servings, prep time 5 minutes, cook time 15 minutes. 1 pound kielbasa or sweet Italian sausage sliced. 1 medium green bell pepper chopped. 1 stalk celery thinly sliced. 1/4 teaspoon onion powder. 1 package of Cajun sides, rice and beans. And 2 cups of water. Brown the kielbasa in a large skillet over medium-high heat, stirring frequently. Stir in the peppers, the celery, the onion, the powder. Cook, stirring occasionally until tender, about 4 minutes. Stir in the Knor Cajun sides. Add water, bring to a boil over high heat. Reduce to low and simmer for 7 minutes or until rice is tender. Sounds tasty, but we're going to go simple. And we're using a sausage. Wieners. So I guess this could kind of be, except I'm not adding the extra onion or peppers. I didn't bring them. And I got the onion powder, but why bother? We're testing the sides, not the recipe. We'll get back to you shortly. Okay, some of you are going to notice that, hey, Prepper Emberado, you've shucked your winter coat. And you got the window open. Yeah, well, here in central New England today, we're at 21 degrees. Only a slight breeze, not much. And since I can't get in my regular parking spot here at work because somebody else took it, I'm parked out here, full sunshine. Not a cloud in the sky. So you had that beaten down on top of my dark-colored Dodge. And then I got the propane stove going in here, and makes it mighty warm. So, yeah, we shucked the jacket. You can't be sweating in this kind of weather, because even at 21 degrees, you sweat, you're going to freeze up, and you're going to die. Well, so that's the end of that story for the moment. It was funny, though, this morning. I'm going around at just after 7 o'clock picking up my Hask rulers. And they're all wearing thermal underwear and long sleeve shirts and sweaters, and then a coat over that, and a couple of cases of snow pants. And they see me sitting in the driver's seat wearing just this thin t-shirt and this thermal and sweatpants, and they're like, "Ain't you cold?" I said, "No." They're shivering. I got the heat going full tilt in the bus. They're shivering, and I'm sitting there quite comfortable. Chalk it up to what some of my coworkers call me, Nanook of the North. We'll check you when the rice is ready. Okay, here's an odd note. It said red beans, right? That don't look red to me. When I first poured them out, I thought they looked black. They're actually very dark brown. Strange. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, let's have a look-see. This has just started coming up to the boil. I wanted you to see what it does, okay? All of these Knor sides, when they hit the boil, just before they hit the boil, they start to foam. And I assume that's natural, but I can't say for sure. They all seem to create this foam just before they start to boil. And then it goes away after a time, but... Well, there it is. It's at the boil. So now we got to cut the heat down to a simmer. And hope I haven't put it out. Which I think I have. Nope. Hard to tell with it in the sun like this. Well, there's always one way to check. Yep, that's still burning. No, I got it out that time. Buggering it. Well, where did I put that tool? Ah, here it is. Yep. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, bugger. This thing is older than the internet, believe it or not. I just hit it too far again. Yes, I did. Son of a... You know what? Skip it. This other one has better control on it. Still too high, but we will fix that directly. There we go. Perfect. I don't know why, but this burner I can get set lower than I can this burner. So, there it is, and we'll get back to you as soon as it's time. That's another thing. Everybody I know is putting down Walmart all the time because of their business practices. Well, let me show you something here, ladies and gentlemen. This is everything Italian bread. Everything because of all the stuff on top. There's some sesame and there's some sun-dried tomato and some garlic and some onion and some poppy seed and everything but the kitchen sink. That's why they call it everything bread. And let me tell you something. It is just absolutely tasty bread. Now, I will admit I'm not a fan of Walmart muffins. Their donuts from the bakery shop is okay, but their muffins, nasty. Rubbery, chewy. Flavor's fine, but I'm talking about texture. When it comes to muffins, I am definitely a fan of Big Y muffins. Now, but this bread, you just can't beat it. And when, like me, you pick it up on the quick sale rack for 60 cents a loaf, and I mean it's a big loaf, well, so much the better. Yes, like Walmart, I'm cheap too. It don't bother me. We'll catch you in a little bit when the rice is ready. It's cooking along nicely. You want to take a look? Yeah, there we go. Well, there's the moo cow. There be the rice. I told you that foam goes away after a time. And it's just bubbling along nice and slow, simmering. We'll get back to you when it's ready to taste. Okay, ladies and germs, it's time, I believe, for lunch. Let's have a look-see. Ooh, looking good. Looking very good. Okay, let's swing you back around here a little bit towards me. And once again, the only thing I've added is hillbilly hot dogs. You got it. Hillbilly beef. Well, I suppose that's better than what my grandpappy used to call hillside beef. And I and my brother used to laugh and say, yeah, tree bunnies, Grandpa, tree bunnies. In case any of you are too young to know what that means, it means tree bunny, because they're always getting hung up in the tree. Yes, we're talking about a white-tailed deer. Well, them beans, they did kind of come out looking like red beans. But I swear to God, they looked almost black when I took them out of the bag. It's gotten too warm in here again. You say, why has it gotten too warm again? Because I closed the windows. And I still got the burner going under my tea to get it hot to go in my thermoses for the afternoon. Yes, most of the time I drink black tea. Well, how would it look for a member of the Tea Party to be drinking coffee? Yes, I drink a cup of coffee from time to time still. I still love coffee. Haven't given it up. I just live the part that I'm portraying. Yeah. Yep. That's red beans and rice, just like every other package of red beans and rice I've had. Tasty. Could use a shot of bouillon powder, maybe. Bring out a little more meaty flavor in it. But otherwise, got a little back hit of spice there. You know, just a twinge in the back of the throat kind of deal off of one bite. Oh, that reminds me, from the dirty rice yesterday, after I cut y'all off and I went to eating, after I'd eaten about half of it, I got the point where the burn in my mouth was starting to show up. And it wasn't black pepper. There was definitely some spice in it other than the black pepper I added. But it was subtle and it was sneaky. This, I can feel a little bit of it right on the first bite I took. Yep, like I said,
message received is SMS from 9543. TXT at WFSB.com/breaking. Leonard Nimoy has died. Leonard Nimoy, Aka Spock has died. http://bit.ly/1u5.
Moment of silence, ladies and gentlemen. A true great in the sci-fi world has passed on. Live long and prosper, Mr. Spock. We will miss you. For those of you who are too young to remember the original Star Trek series, or who are too young to remember Leonard Nimoy, he was Mr. Spock in the original 1960s TV series Star Trek, and in all of the corresponding movies that came under the franchise Star Trek. That is until they came out with Star Trek The Next Generation, which Leonard Nimoy appeared in those as well, as Ambassador Spock. And then they came out with the new Enterprise, which they have some young fellow playing the part of Spock. But Mr. Spock Leonard Nimoy, actually did a cameo in that as well. I believe he played Spock's father? I don't know, but I digress. A true great in the sci-fi world has passed on. And here's one you may not know. After he left Star Trek, he went on to do a TV series called In Search Of. A truly great sci-fi show. Only in this case, it wasn't him acting the part of a sci-fi character, but he was the commentator exploring strange things here on Earth instead of searching for strange things in space. That reminds me, I got bread and butter to go with my red beans and rice today. Well, boys and girls, ladies and germs, red beans and rice from Knor, a definite add to the list of things I will be eating on a regular basis, and adding my bug out kit along with the others that I've told you were winners. But of course, I'm going to have to make sure I got some kind of bouillon powder to add for just a little hit of meaty flavor. Of course, if I'm out in the woods and shoot a squirrel, I can always add that in. That would go good too. Until next time, this is Prepper Embrado of Embrado Smithing and Woodcraft. Peace out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, an after note. I've eaten about a third of it. And this is extremely spicy. I mean, the taco was mild by comparison. So if you have a problem with hot and spicy, you do not want to eat the Knor side, red beans and rice. It's almost too spicy for me, and I like a little spice. So, just a forewarning, be careful what you pick, and be prepared if you do pick. Okay, peace out.